Just driving here and going to the store, going to the supermarket. But this building here, it used to be a warehouse. They tore it down. They used a bulldozer, obviously started building from scratch. But it's like, I mean, I just couldn't see myself cooked up in like, an apartment. I get apartments that exist for a reason, but just no balcony and concrete slabs or walkways all around. You don't get a little park across the street, so that's pretty cool. I hardly see anybody from like, walking around over here, but that was another thing I talked about. It's like all this wasted space, like this big gigantic sidewalk, it's just not that it could be parking lot, because so much with that. And if you own dogs or a dog, wouldn't you want like, some greenery or like a place where they could defecate, or whatever, have a pee or anything else. It's just so much to it. It's just like wasted space, for like to make it look pretty, like it's prestigious, I mean, I get it. It's close to the train station, so you walk out of your apartment and just take the train. There's around the corner, past the overpass, it's like they were just trying to build a walkway. I assume that it was to those apartments, because it wouldn't be for the residential for like us. We could just, it would have been kind of faster, but then it's like, it was just so easy because you would walk up the stairs and you would walk along the railway for like, I don't know, a little bit. It wasn't too close, but at least you had a straight walkway. And they just, they did like the bottom part, but the rest they just left it. It's like they didn't finish even that. So, I don't know, maybe just, and then someone just like slammed into it, or just they just slammed into like the corner of the stones, and they just left it like that, the city or the developer or whatever, But it's like, I don't know, it's just like people just like, they love their apartments, and they go out to eat, and they just sit there, they have their television, and they just and it's great. If that's what your life is, that's what your life is, Kind of figure like, certain place like, in New York, and for example, they have that as well. But you go in your apartment and you walk around, you take the subway, you do something else, or I don't know, maybe you have a car and you just get out or something. It just, I don't know, I'm just too used to it, like having a backyard. It's like I wouldn't, I want to go outside, have a smoke, or just hang out, and like, something like that. How about a garage even? Not just garage to park your car, because they have, underneath, actually it's the first floor, they have a car garage protecting from the weather, the elements, if you will. But I just just have a garage, or like a tool shed, I don't know, things like that. I did start on my compost today. I didn't start too much. I just broke up like some peppers, just because it'll disintegrate faster, so I started on that. But I just couldn't see myself just being cooked up in like in front of just the television. Although I spent months and years just in front of the computer, whether I had a job or not a job, it's just it's just not the life I want to live. But I want to know, it's like it costs all my money to live there, and it just, I don't know, it looks aesthetic, it looks beautiful from the outside. I'm pretty sure it's decent from the inside. It's new. It's just that a lot of these, I don't know, apartments and a lot of houses, they just seem like they're inadequate to some degree, And then they have, like, already, talked about it, because it just annoys me, like this fake balcony, like a railing, just to make it look nice. And the other building, it was an open area, like a window, and you could actually open the window side to side, and it has that railing, but you really can't like step foot outside. It's like 3-4 inches or like 6 inches and stuff, and you can't really do anything with that. And if you have a little balcony, it's like for two chairs, and most people don't even use that. It's like I'm not gonna say it's like a jail cell, you know, because those people probably have lives, they have a job, this and that, but it would just get into this point where just like, you know, it's like this environment where we just closed in, you know. And another thing, when living in a building like that, you know, you got neighbors up above and you got neighbors below you. You know, I live, you know, my mom especially, even my cat, you know, if my cat jumps off a chair, I hear it you know, downstairs, you know. Imagine if there's like kids come over, you know, my cousin's kids, they run around. It's just like, it's annoying and frustrating. I hear it boom, 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 boom for like, you know, whatever time they're there if they want to run around. You know, unless you have some kind of insulation, like a very thick floor and you insulate it so, you know, you don't hear that. Obviously carpeted or something like that. You know, I just don't want to, I'm not too into just living, you know, not so much on top but below somebody. Kind of felt free when I lived in a car. Yeah, my apartment can drive. What can yours do? I'm joking about that, but it just like cooked up tense feeling. Just being like, you know, closed in or something like that. Just having your own space, that's that. And, you know, maybe you could go for a walk and all that stuff, but I don't know. Not in a perfect world, because I don't think a lot of people would want that, but even that park across the street, you know, there's just so much things you could do with it. It's like, it's the left space. They don't even have adequate trees. You could plant so many trees there, but it's just so many things. Not like a dog park, maybe for like, you know, a playground for kids, or I don't know. I'm not gonna say a basketball hoop, but who knows? It depends on the consensus. You know what people want. How many people there would even want that? You know, just like, you know, maybe one or two people want this. Like, well, you know, what's the point? You know, rich people I see, like billionaires, that have exquisite backyards with like pine trees, and it's like, wow, man. It's like, you know, your own garden in a palace, right? But you could even do something like that. Let's say you have a dog park where you could just put small pine trees and little trees and make it a garden, like a walkway or something like that. Even fountains, you know. There's plenty of birds and all that stuff, you know. They would just love that, and just it's very relaxing for the human mind if you're stressed enough.